Hi everybody, this is Sunera with another Itsybitsy tutorial. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a swivel sentiment card. As you can see, when I swivel the little candy stick, the sentiment is revealed beneath. So let me show you how I made this. In order to make this card, you're going to need some cardstock of different colors. I'm using the Itsybitsy border strips, which are really convenient to embellish, some brads from Craft, and this really cool paper pad which Itsybitsy has, it's from Die Cuts with a View. It's got 72 sheets. And you're going to need some ribbon for embellishment. I'm going to start with my cardstock, which measures 6.5 by 9, and I'm going to score it in the middle, making it a 4.5 by 6.5 card. Once that's done, I'm going to cover the entire front of the card with one of these really pretty papers from the mat stack, which I just described. So I like this pink stripe design and I'm going to go with that. I'm going to border the edges with this cool border strips from Itsybitsy. They're really versatile and they allow you to give a nice frame to your card without having to actually layer it with a different piece of cardstock. The edges have got a lovely kind of a crimp design, and I'm making sure that the edges a little bit protrude from the side of this cardstock. Once that's done, I'm going to now look at putting some cardstock, layering a bit of square cardstock on the top. I'm starting with this white cardstock right at the top center and covering it with this hot pink version. All the materials are from Itsybitsy. And the next step is to adhere the ribbon around the card. I'm just going to put my adhesive at the back and place it right in the center. Once that's done, you can now adhere this embellished card onto the face of the cardstock. I'm going to make sure it's placed perfectly and then tie the ribbon into a really pretty bow. I'm using some gross grain ribbon which really doesn't slip too much. Now I'm going to start working on the sentiment, which is a digital sentiment. So I'm going to need my computer. I do all my formatting on Word. So my first step is always to change the size of the paper to 4 by 6. To do that, I'll go to File, Page Setup, and from there I'm going to choose under paper size. I'm going to choose from the drop down 4 by 6. There are lots of options. So I'm going to choose 4 by 6. Once that's done, I'm going to say OK. And now I'm going to draw a circle. To do that, I'm going to go to View to make sure I can see the object palette. And as you can see, there are a lot of different shapes. I'm going to take the circle shape. I'm going to draw the circle freehand. And if you press Shift while you're drawing the circle, it becomes a perfect circle. Then I'm going to size it to about little over 5 centimeters, because when I measured the scallop circle die that I'm going to use, that's what the measurement was. Once again, I'm going to press Shift to make it a perfect circle. Now to write the text, I'm going to use Word Art. There are lots of different templates in Word Art. You just have to scroll till you find one that suits you. I need a little curvy one, so I'm going to take this one here, which is the last one on the top row. And then I'm going to type my text. What you got to do is just click on the text and then type in whatever you want to say. My sentiment reads, "Wish you were here." And then you can choose different font. I really like this curly font, which I can see on the top there. And then OK. So here my sentiment is almost ready. Now I got to resize it, adjust it, size it, shift it, move it until it fits perfectly into that circle. Then I'm going to change the color by going to Edit Word Art. I'm going to choose red color, and because it's got some kind of pattern, I'm going to choose a different red color for the line as well. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to say OK. Place it in the center of my page, and now I really don't need the circle anymore, so I'm going to delete it. Now I'm going to choose the paper that I want to print this sentiment on. I'm choosing this pretty spotted design and I'm popping it into my printer. The only thing left to do is to click print, and then put away the laptop. Here is my printed digi. I'm going to see how it fits according to the scallop circle. Perfect. I love it. It's exactly what I imagined. Now to make sure the die cuts it right where I want it, I'm just going to use some sticky tape to keep the die in place and then run it through my Big Shot. Once that's done, my sentiment is almost finished. Since it's going to be like a concealed sentiment, I'm going to need another scallop circle of the same design to put on top of this. And then for the rest of the scallop circles, I'm using different sizes of the same framelits die from Itsybitsy and different patterns of paper from the mat stack. I had some wastage left from a previous project, so I'm just going to use those. This pretty pink flowery design is another scrap from another project, but all from this die cuts with a view mat stack, which is really great. I just love it. And now that that's done, it's time to put away all my Big Shot and die cutting stuff and get started on making the swivel sentiment. So now these two spotted cardstocks are exactly the same size. I'm going to put a mark where the text begins and ends, and then I'm just going to chop that off from the scallop circle. Now as you can see, when I place the cut scallop on top, it's just about concealing my sentiment. Next, what I'm going to do is add a brad to it to keep it in place so that the scallop or the swivel function works perfectly. I really like these Kaisercraft brads. They go great with my color scheme. I just have to make sure it's right in the center, because if it's not in the center, then the whole swivel mechanism won't look so neat. Next, what I'm going to do is attach the smallest scallop circle to this. And once that's done, I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this entire piece so that I can glue the base, that is these printed scallop circle, in place, so that only the little flap that I created moves. If you don't glue the base, then everything moves as you turn. Finally, I'm going to put the lollipop stick exactly where I want it, placing it so that when the sentiment is revealed, the lollipop stick is at the center and at the bottom center. And there we go, the swivel sentiment is ready. I'm going to use some dimensionals to keep them in place. I love how dimensionals look on any card. And now I'm not quite finished. I would like to add some jeweled embellishments to the whole project. And rather than glue a bunch of beads, I thought I would use this really cute Fevicryl sort of glue dots they have. It's just a tube of liquid glitter, but the thing is that it dries right in place. So when you squeeze out just a little drop, what ultimately happens is it dries as if it's a little pearl bead sitting over there. I've seen some more expensive versions of this which are imported, but this is from Fevicol and it's just 20 bucks, and they've got like 7 or 8 colors. It's really versatile. So that's about it. The card is ready with my swivel sentiment. I really hope you found this tutorial useful. It was really fun to do. And stay tuned for many more tutorials from Itsybitsy. Bye!